Your brain doesn't create detailed copies of the world around you. Instead, it builds shortcuts. Scientists call one of these shortcuts change blindness. Imagine talking to somebody on the street. A large object suddenly passes between both of you. During those few seconds, somebody secretly swaps places with another person. Different face, different clothes, different appearance. A surprising number of people never notice because it assumes stability. It assumes the world mostly stays the same. So rather than constantly updating every detail, it creates rough summaries. This tree is still here. This building is still here. This person is probably still here. Good enough. Not perfect, it's just efficient. And efficiency turns out to be far more important than accuracy. For millions of years, seeing objective reality wasn't necessary. Staying alive was. Imagine hearing rustling inside tall grass 10,000 years ago. Your ancestors had two options: stop and carefully analyze every detail, or immediately assume danger. The second option survived more often. Evolution rewarded speed over truth. Your brain became less of a scientist and more of a survival machine. And once you realize this, optical illusions stop being entertaining little tricks. They become evidence. Look at two identical shades of gray placed in different environments. One suddenly appears brighter. One suddenly appears darker. Nothing changed. Your brain changed. Reality remained stable. Your interpretation shifted. The illusion isn't a bug. The illusion is normal brain function. Your brain is doing this every second, predicting shadows, predicting motion, predicting depth, predicting distance. Most of the time, the predictions are good enough. Sometimes they fail. And this creates a terrifying possibility. You may have never experienced objective reality even once in your entire life. Not a single second. Everything you've ever seen may simply be the version of reality your brain believes is useful for survival. Not truth, utility. And those are two very different things. But perhaps the most uncomfortable illusion isn't visual. It's memory. You probably trust your memories. After all, they happen to you. Who could possibly know them better? Unfortunately, your brain treats memories more like stories than recordings. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it, and rebuilding something creates opportunities for change. Imagine opening a document every day. Every time you open it, tiny words accidentally shift. Eventually, the original disappears. Psychologist Elizabeth Loftus demonstrated how surprisingly easy it is to create false memories. People can become convinced they experienced events that never happened. Details can be added. Emotions can be attached. Confidence can remain extremely high. Your brain isn't preserving history. Your brain is editing history. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering some of your most important memories were partially wrong. Would you even know? Probably not, because certainty and accuracy are not the same thing. And now an even bigger question appears. If perception can be manipulated, if attention can erase gorillas, if memories can be rewritten, then what exactly are you experiencing every day? A scientist named Donald Hoffman offers a radical possibility. Imagine opening your laptop. You see folders and icons everywhere. But none of those icons are the actual computer. They're simplified symbols hiding a vastly more complicated system underneath. Donald Hoffman argues your reality may work the same way. What you experience could simply be an interface. Useful symbols, not objective truth. The theory remains debated, but one idea has become difficult to ignore. Evolution rewards usefulness, not accuracy. And modern technology accidentally proves this. Imagine building a self-driving car. At first, this sounds easy. Just show the machine reality, then let it drive. But engineers discovered something shocking. Reality is unbelievably difficult to interpret. The machine has to determine shadows, depth, movement, distance, speed, and countless other variables simultaneously. Your brain performs this impossible task effortlessly every second, without permission, without effort, without announcing itself. It predicts, it filters, it invents, it deletes. Then it quietly assembles a finished movie and hands it to you as reality. and you've trusted that movie your entire life. And perhaps that's the biggest illusion of all. You don't experience reality itself. You experience your brain's best survival guess. Right now, thousands of sounds exist that your brain has decided don't matter. Thousands of details remain invisible. Thousands of signals disappear forever without entering awareness. An entire universe surrounds your body every second. Most of it never reaches you. Imagine two people standing in the exact same room, the same light, the same sounds, the same temperature, the same environment. Yet both people may experience completely different realities. One person notices danger. Another notices beauty. One notices opportunity. Another notices failure. Reality didn't change. Their brains did. And perhaps that's been true your entire life. And perhaps that's the strangest discovery of all. Your brain isn't trying to build a truthful version of reality. It's trying to build a survivable version of reality. Those are not the same thing. One keeps you informed. The other keeps you alive. And yet you still wake up every morning completely convinced you're seeing the world exactly as it is. Maybe certainty itself is the illusion. Maybe consciousness was never designed to reveal truth. Maybe consciousness is simply an incredibly efficient survival interface. Because once you pull apart the machinery, something deeply unsettling appears. The only tool available to investigate reality is the very thing hiding reality from you. Your brain is simultaneously the observer, the editor, and the gatekeeper. Everything you call normal exists inside a carefully constructed experience. Not because reality is fake, but because reality is simply too large, too overwhelming, too complicated. Your brain shrinks an infinite universe into a manageable story. A story that feels real enough to survive inside. And somewhere beyond that tiny window, your brain allows you to see a much larger reality may exist at this exact moment. Silent, invisible, completely ignored. Not because it isn't there, but because your brain decided you don't need it, which means something terrifying has always been true. You've been living inside a lie your entire life. Not because reality is fake, but because your brain has been hiding almost all of reality from you since the day you were born.